Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. BrothersTrucks.com, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC truck restoration. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. NH Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system. And by Bulldog Adhesion Promoter. Save time and money with Bulldog.
This is Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now our friends at Tint World, as you might guess from the name, specialize in window tint. But Joe, you guys are so much more than that. You've got auto accessories, car stereos, lighting, and as we see here, ceramic coatings. We'll get to the system that you have for ceramic coatings in a minute, but first let's talk about some of the misconceptions that people have about ceramic coatings.
Absolutely. You know, this slogan, obviously, we use the same slogan, you know, never wax your car again. Well, never wax doesn't mean not to maintain your car. Yeah, you got to maintain your car. It's something that I like to refer to as ceramic pan. You know, you buy that, you don't follow the directions, you don't maintain it, that egg is going to eventually stick onto that pan, right? Well, it's the same thing with our coatings, any coatings at that point. And then the other thing is the misconception of a scratch proof or chip resistant proof and stuff like that. Nothing is going to be foolproof. It's going to be resistant. It adds an extra layer of protection, but nothing's going to be foolproof.
And something I might add too is a lot of folks don't realize what goes into the prepping of the actual surface too.
That's actually the key. The more time we spend prepping the vehicle, the end result is going to be a better product. And what we want to do is emphasize that the end result is only as good as your prep work is.
And Tint World makes the process as good as possible here with the system that you have here. Let's talk about how that works.
Some of the steps that we're going to take is what we practice at all our franchise locations, and when we certified our detailers to do ceramic coatings, they follow the same process. And first step, what we're going to do is we're going to wash the vehicle. And we're going to do that with either a traditional soap that everybody's kind of used to, right? You take the soap, put it in your bucket, and wash the car that way. But again, technology changes over the years, right? So we've come out with what's a economy wash, is what we call it.
And that sounds like what I might want to take with me to a car show or something like that. Just
yes. So we have two versions of this. One we have is a concentrated version. That's what we kind of use in-house. And then we have, for our customers, a ready-to-use one. Ready-to-use is spray it on your car, wipe it down with a good microfiber towel, and you're good to go. So our next step right here is going to be our Metal X. As any iron remover does, it takes those metal particles out of the paint, right? A lot of people skip this process, and this is a very important one because you can prep the car very well, but there's still contaminants inside that clear coat, and you want to try to remove all that as possible. Following that, we'll get into our all-purpose cleaner, which is a degreaser. It's also formulated, so that's going to take out all minerals, oils, and stuff like that from that clear coat. Again, we're prepping the surface so our ceramic coating can bond to that as much as possible. Then we're going to use our waterless spot remover. The spot remover is going to take the final type of impurities that are left on the clear coat, whether it be from water stains and stuff like that. Once we got this done, we jump into our compounding of the vehicle. And very important for compounding a vehicle is we want to use a compound that does not have any fillers in it. Very important because what fillers do is if you have micro scratches in the car, it's going to fill those little micro scratches, but when we end up putting our coating on there, we just lock that in, and when that filler dissipates, now those scratches are going to be there, and now they're magnified because the coating magnifies the paint. Then from our compounding of the vehicle, we move on to our prepping. It's like an alcohol-based one. We start off with 100% alcohol, and then we add 30% additives in there, and those additives is what's going to help bond the ceramic coating to the finish of the vehicle, the clear coat. So once this is all done, we move on to our coating. Now, we specialize in a two-part coating, a base coat and a pro coat or a top coat. You speak to anybody in the automotive industry who paints vehicles, they always say a two-step is better than a single-stage paint, right? Well, our base coat is what does the initial bond to the clear coat of the vehicle, and that's the crucial part, right? You want that bond to be a permanent bond there. And then once that's done, we add our pro coat on top of that, and what the Nano Pro does is it adds more depth to the paint, it gives more hydrophobic properties to the ceramic coating, and it just basically is the outer layer that seals everything and makes it a good protection on the paint for you.
And that is the process for the pros that are applying it. The consumer, the car owner, is going to take these products with them and this is how they're going to maintain the great look from the vehicle.
Correct. So these are our maintenance package ones, so that you can maintain the car on your own. We also do maintenance packages available for our customers that don't want to do it themselves. They can just come back to the store and we'll maintain it for them.
And speaking of the stores, what if someone wants to become a franchisee with Tint World?
It's very simple. We have all the information on our website, tintworld.com, and there's a whole section on there for franchise information. You just got to fill out a form and submit that, and our franchise development department will contact you.
Lots of products to make your car look great, and also you can become a franchisee. Go to tintworld.com. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings and more great products when we come back.